You're live now.
Am I live?
Yeah. On a garden is on a different, on another page.
Yeah. Started another one. See if you guys can see me there. Oh, because she said Best KL said maybe you can just start another session and not this one, which is scheduled and did not broadcast. This is just based on my experience handling Awani FB Live. The scheduled post does not broadcast.
Okay.
Okay, so this so are we live?
Yeah.
On another part or what?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I'm not quite sure how many of you are actually watching this because we had some technical error earlier on with the scheduled broadcast. We've started another session. Thank you to Best KL for that little tip. We actually started doing that and yes, it works. Namaste, good morning, especially to some of the familiar names there. We've got January Lau. Hi baby, how are you? January Lau is actually a sutra dancer. She is wonderful. She's actually currently now based in Jakarta and I'm encouraging her to do live streaming also over YouTube to teach us how to dance. Anyway, let's begin the session. I'm not sure if those who were from the previous chat are now joining me here. And for those of you who've just joined us, thank you so much. My name is Daphne Iking and this is my YouTube channel. This is the first time we're actually going live. We bought the equipment a few days ago, did some testing, put it on private of course because I wasn't properly dressed. And as you can see, I'm doing this session right here at my home. Downstairs we've got Isidore, so if you can hear him crying it's because he wants to crawl upstairs, but we said no. Hold on baby, you wanna join mama? Wait, you mom first, okay? Mom first. Anyway, initially Azmi or Joe suggested that I do a yoga session or we start doing simple things live on my YouTube channel. Baby. And we thought that, you know, since I do or practice yoga early in the morning before I actually start work, actually I do it earlier because I start work much earlier. But I thought 8 a.m. would be a decent time for everyone. And for those of you who can't join me live at 8 a.m. today, it's okay. We are going to be recording this and keeping it in the channel, right, babe?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's going to be monitoring the feed. No, it's okay. Boleh masuk, tak apa. That's Lena. I wish I could swing the camera over. She's wonderful. Hello, baby. So I've decided that I'm going to start off with a short intro and then maybe a few basic yoga stretching exercises that you can do. And if there's any questions or if you want to interact, and then we'll go from there. Otherwise, it's going to be a very short and brief session. Uh-oh, I see someone familiar. Come here, baby. Say hello to everyone. Come here. He's very good at doing the downward dog. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here, Sebo. Come here. Come here. This is my first guest on my live YouTube channel. His name is Isidore and he is 1 year old. Say hello. Assalamualaikum. Okay, you can go back now. Bye. So basically, I've started taking up a yoga instructor course. I'm a certified yoga instructor now, Hatha, and I'm just doing the very basic beginner foundation, only because one, I couldn't commit to some of the studio times that my friends have, and two, I would like to have go. Sibuk ah. I would like the flexibility of being able to do yoga anywhere, anytime, especially at the comfort of my home, but making sure that I do it properly. Bye bye, baby. You're just sibuking here, you're not doing anything, you're not contributing, you don't even talk. And the third reason is because when I first started out doing yoga, and of course social media came into play, I started doing all these poses, and I think it was also inspired by other yoga practitioners out there doing other yoga poses, and then it started becoming a little bit of a narcissistic habit where I was pushing myself to do all these crazy poses without actually without even taking into consideration my health issues. I did not know that some of the poses that I was doing was actually hurting my spine, because I have a spine problem, and it was actually making things worse. So that was another reason why I wanted to take up a proper course, and the only course that sort of gave me that teachings would be the yoga instructor course. I had no intention of teaching whatsoever, but eventually I got called for a few teaching jobs, and I liked it, and I thought, hey, why don't I start up a little YouTube channel where we do a bit of yoga, and just to show you that yoga is very simple, very basic, and it's all about your breathing, your intentions, and being aware of your body. I even practice yoga when I'm praying. So for instance, like, you know, if you are doing this. Oh, I'm not live anymore.
I don't know.
Huh? I'm not. Damn it.
Can you see? No? I can't see you also. Hey,
No.
nobody is watching you.
Penat Jai.
Sorry. Fucking annoying, I tell you. I don't know what happened. I can't even see you on this one, but it says live here. Can you see yourself now? You go to your own YouTube channel.
No views, no, nothing. Maybe we need to erase that, right? Should we just erase that?
No views.
No views. I mean, I'm not live at all.
You're live now. No, it says here you're live now. You're live now.
I am?
But nobody's watching.
Still don't have.
Huh?
Apparently I'm live. Am I private?
Yeah, sorry. Alah, bodohnya aku ni.
Oh my god.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Now you're live. Yes, lucky.
Okay, am I live now?
Yeah.
Am I live now? Can you answer me, people? Am I live now? Because I just spent the last 10 minutes talking to myself and addressing all you wonderful people who I've been interacting on. Namaste, good morning, and I'm so sorry for the technical error. Initially, we were trying to figure out what happened. Kita lupa letak public, boleh? You know how they say when you first start saying something and then it's all good. It's just like when you write and then suddenly you delete the whole draft, and then rewriting that whole draft isn't going to be the same anymore. That's how I feel right now. Anyway, I'll try and recall what I was saying earlier on without raising my voice, because of course yoga is all about being zen, right? Actually, it's not. There's a lot of misconceptions about yoga. Yoga, you have to be flexible. Yoga, you have to be able to do all these crazy poses. That's not true. First and foremost, again, a big shout out to some of my friends and some of the regulars of my YouTube channel. Hello, good morning, namaste. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being so patient. I know I was supposed to go live at 8 a.m. but this is the first time that we're doing it properly. We actually tested this equipment the other day, but of course privately, because I wasn't wearing any, you know what, clothes or anything. And but yeah, so this is the first time we're actually doing a proper live streaming. So once again, are we getting people?
Yep.
Are we seeing people? People can see me? Yay! You guys can see me.
There, you can see that.
Where? Oh, I'm there. Phew, so changi. So there's a slight lag. Yeah, a slight lag, maybe a 2-second lag. I would like to start off the session perhaps by interacting with you. I don't know how many of you are actually ready to do yoga with me, or if you are just here just to, you know, just curious as I am.
This
Oh
is
my
your,
god.
This is your live feed here. Don't look at your feed.
Okay, I'm looking at the
Just
live
look at
feed.
the comments. You want to see comments.
Where's the comments?
At
Yes.
the side.
Hi, Best KL. Okay, thank you so much, Best KL. He, she, he. I think it's he. He actually sort of said maybe we should start another session, but actually we forgot to put our YouTube channel over public, and that is the reason why no one could see it, because it was still on private. Anyway, let me just try and recall what I was saying. We're gonna start off probably this first live session with a little chat. So do talk to me. Oh, Shafiq, che. Hi, Shafiq. No, Best KL, huh? I thought you've got another YouTube channel like your actual name. Why is it called Best KL? Best, eh? Best KL. Best, eh? Anyway, Shafiq, are you on the mat? I know Wyoming Totusai. She's like my bestie from my childhood days. She's also tuning in. I told her initially that it's going to be at 8 p.m. Sorry, babe. We've got January Lau who's also chatting. I think she's still on, or maybe she's with the baby. And I'm just trying to encourage January also to go live on her streaming. She's got a YouTube channel to go and figure it out also. She's in Jakarta, and I told her to do some YouTube channels, YouTube videos on her dancing, because she's already, you know, posting it up on her social media anyways, just going live and then talking to us. So I'm actually encouraging this YouTube community to grow. Shafiq, you would understand this. I think I've got another friend of yours who started vlogging because you introduced my vlog to her. And okay, let's get started. Yes, Joe Labosi, finally, phew. Joe was going like really frustrated. Joe Labosi is actually my husband. That is his entertainment name. His real name is Azmi Abdul Rahman. But people like Amber, bless her, will also get his name wrong, call him Ajmi, Amin. What else again? And even Joe gets it wrong initially. I'm like, no, okay lah, I give it easy for you lah. Call him Joe. Joey. But anyway, I love her. Let's get straight to it. I thought of doing the first live session showcasing some of the basic yoga moves, only because I want to rule out the misconception that yoga is only for those who are flexible. Yoga takes a lot of time. Yoga is all about doing all these crazy poses. And initially, admittedly, there was a phase in my life when I was starting to do yoga on a more regular basis, and I had social media. Instagram just started, and I started doing all these crazy poses and loading it up on my page, thinking, you know, giving myself that push. And there was admittedly a bit of narcissism there, thinking that, you see, oh, look at me, I can do a handstand now. Oh, look at me, I can bend this much. And then I noticed that some yoga practitioners in the community started doing all these other crazy poses that sort of made me feel very insecure about mine. Like I couldn't bend or fold, or was not as strong as them, and I was pushing my body very unhealthily to a limit where I didn't even realize that it was actually bad for my body. I've actually got a spine injury, so some of the poses were actually bad, and that's one of the reasons why I took up a yoga instructor course. One is because I couldn't commit to some of the studio times that my friends had. I like to do my yoga early in the morning, then I can get on with the rest of the day. Two was because I wanted the freedom to be able to do yoga anytime, anywhere, and having that know-how was great, because at least I could practice and just improvise my session along the way based on the foundation that I have. And yoga instructor course that I had that was offered was something that I thought about and I was able to do, and I never had any plans to teach. But then some offers came in, and I decided, hey, why not? Why don't I do something and get paid at the same time? And 3, of course, is because I want to show other people who feel very intimidated with yoga that it can be as simple as just breathing in and out and being aware of your body. I actually apply my yoga practice even when I pray, because everything is just about awareness and how you fold or sujud. Everything is just concentrating on the muscles and making sure that you do it properly at the same time, instead of just going, just doing that. And when I notice that when I am more aware of how I stand or sujud or bow down, I notice that I'm my focus on my prayers, my intentions are a little bit more centralized. Is that such a word? Anyway, do we have any funny comments? Do they want me to do yoga, or should we just still chat?
Ada komen on Aunty Lena saying that kalau awal sikit bagus.
Yeah, I think that would be a great idea. The only problem is, I'll be very frank, I'm not the technical person over here, and I will need to learn how to set this up. It's not too crazy a setup, but there are some technicalities. And let's just be honest, Jola Bosi is not really a morning person. I can wake up by 5 o'clock in the morning to get things done, but he's not. And I don't want to disrupt his sleep.
Warm up exercise.
Is that what they said? Okay, maybe. Audio, okay, great. I wanted to know that, because I'm not wearing any mic whatsoever. We're just using a simple Zoom mic. I think what I can do is probably show you just a 5-minute stretch, a flow, if you can call that a flow, that I practice even if I'm, in like working clothes, and I just want to get the blood going. So it can start off as simple as doing the child pose first. Let's just assume that you've not been awake, you've just started, you just woke up, brushed your teeth and got everything in. So basically your joints are still very, very keras. And you can just start off with a simple child pose. Either you can kangkang a bit, or you can go in like this. And if you're feeling uncomfortable or you can't really go down all the way, you can use a little block and just head down over, put your forehead to the mat and just breathe. If you're feeling a little bit flexible, just remove the block, or you can also use a roll mat or towel and just go down a bit, just so that your buttocks reach the heels of your feet. Inhale and exhale down and relax. You can sway your body just so that you can try and get really down and to stretch your upper arms even more. Remember, it's all about your body awareness, and whatever your body is comfortable with, just go with that and enjoy the feeling. Remember to breathe. Inhale, exhale. And once you feel that nice little stretch, you can go into all fours. Again, make sure that your foundation or your base is very, very solid. It is strong. You don't want to have a wobbly foundation. You have to start it right from the start. And then let's do some cow and cat exercises. It's basically tuck your feet in, just curl up, and release. Curl up and release. Go slow, go fast, go at a pace that you're comfortable with, but enjoy the moment and be aware of all the muscles and the stretching. Make sure you're not injuring yourself. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale.
Can we gemuk like myself do the exercise for the first time?
You know, you'd be surprised that those with bigger bodies are actually more flexible than those skinny beans over there. Okay, so we've done a few cat cows, and let's move on to a very simple downward dog. And sometimes because your apa ni nak cakap dengan orang macam dah tak tahu dah. It may be a little bit, your hamstrings, yes, your hamstrings might be a little bit tight, so you don't want to force it to go straight all the way. And just be comfortable at a position where you can at least, you know, focus on your abdomen being sucked in, tailbone elongated, breathe, and eventually walk your dog so that you can stretch those hamstrings comfortably, waking up your joints. Just play around and see what you're comfortable with. Never ever force your body to do something that it doesn't want, but at the same time challenge it. When you know that you're a little bit too comfortable with that pose, you can actually start pushing yourself a little bit more. Like I'm slowly getting warmed up. I woke up a little bit late today, by the way, because yesterday I had a late night. Alright. And we're going to put our right foot forward, slowly, left knee on the ground, and we're going to do a little stretch for the back. Remember to breathe. And I like to change it up a bit by actually opening up the heart and giving it a little stretch here too. Do that on the other side. Again, let's go back to downward dog. If you're feeling already very comfortable, then just stay and hold for 5 breaths. If not, you can bend your knees a bit. Otherwise, you can walk your dog. Again, continue breathing normally and just appreciate your joints getting warmed up. Now let's move the left foot in front, right knee down, and again we're going to give ourselves a nice stretch. And with a bit of a variation here, you just want to open up your heart. And let's put both hands down, and let's move our both feet in front. As you can see, we're slowly getting into a bit of a sun salutation, but with a twist. Again, if you're not comfortable, if the hamstrings are still tight, it's fine. As long as you can try and attempt to put your palms on the floor or on your shins, your ankles, your shins. Slowly try and straighten the legs. And it's okay. This was one of the things that frustrated me, the fact that I couldn't fold myself completely here. And that was when I started getting insecure. But I realized that everybody is different. Literally, every body is different. And you just have to accept the fact that your body, some bodies are flexible and some bodies are not. And let's just go up. Do a slight bend. Go into this pose and just be silent for a while. By now your heart should be beating. For me, I'm already sweating. I don't know about you guys. Okay. Let's get that going. And we're going to go down to sun salutation. And down. I like to do it slowly, because it's not as intimidating as falling back straight into chaturanga. Goes in front, right knee down, another stretch, both feet forward, fold, inhale up, and exhale down. Let's do that with the other foot. Inhale up, exhale down, left foot to the back, left knee down. And let's give ourselves a half moon pose. Hands back to the mat, or fours. Push yourself to mountain pose. Again, if you're not comfortable, start walking the dog. Otherwise, just stay and breathe here for 5 breaths. Knee down, chest down, back to your chin. Push yourself over. Go back into mountain. Go with the opposite leg. This time right goes in front. And you've completed 1 round of sun salutation. So that was the very basic. How many minutes was that? I actually continue with more flows, but I didn't want to be boring some of you who may not be doing yoga with me, but that is just something very simple and basic. You should do a shavasana or a relaxation pose, especially on breathing, if you can, if you know how to meditate, which is basically just focusing on nothing else except your breathing. And your thoughts do tend to trail. I get that even though I've been practicing it for a while, and that's fine. Just let your thoughts go crazy. So I want to acknowledge that this is a headband that I got from Donna. She bought it for me, but it keeps on slipping down. I'm still trying to find headbands that don't slip or slide, that I don't have to keep adjusting. But yes, that is basically a very basic flow that you can do. That was just, I think, about 5-8 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. And I actually continue with some more seated positions, followed by some core exercises, which I like doing. And then it ends up with the shavasana, which is very important. A lot of people sort of assume that the shavasana is not important, but it's good to acknowledge that your body has just had a minor workout, if it's just a short one, or if you're doing a 45 minutes, 1 hour to 2 hours yoga session, then it's definitely important for you to just let your body take that rest. And even in between asanas or poses, it's good for you to just have short breaks, either in child pose or in a shavasana, or even this. This is my favorite actually. It's called the flapping fish pose, where you're basically just doing this. And I think some people actually enjoy this relaxation pose. I know my kids do. Or it can be the other side. Or whatever makes you feel comfortable. Like some people can't be lying on their back. So if you feel like you want to just do that to relax, then so be it. I also find that having essential oils or having candles, scented candles around also help. Right now what I can smell is Auntie Lena's cooking, which is making me hungry as usual. I'm not sure if there's any comments coming in. My blue sports bra is really obvious right on screen. I am so sorry, I thought that it's not that obvious. Oh well, too late now, we're live. Okay, so I'm not sure how many minutes was that already. It is now about 8:40. I would love to hear from you. I think I'll be doing a Malaysia Day special live with my husband. So we will give you more details on that. That's taking place on Saturday, 16th of September. Something to talk about how important Malaysia Day is, especially for us Sabah and Sarawakians. And yeah, if there's anything else you would like to know or to find out, or if there's any topics that you do want us to address, or if you think that there's something that we can do to improvise this, please leave your comments below, and we would love to hear from you. In the meantime, I've got loads of videos to edit, and I've got a son who's going mama, so I'm gonna address that. Also, it doesn't help that she's cooking and I can smell it from here, so macam my scented candle macam tak berguna dah. I mean, it's good. Her cooking is really delicious, but it's not quite zen-like, if you know what I mean. It smells of sambal.
If those who have arthritis, are they advisable to do yoga?
It really depends, because I've got an aunt who has problems, because it's joints, right? You've got inflamed joints, if that's the particular arthritis that you have. So it might be a little bit daunting for you, especially when it's hitting you on, when there's poses where you need to use your hands as a base. But definitely there are poses that you can do without injuring yourself, depending on the severity of your arthritis. You know, even this is like one of the most simplest stretching exercises. It's called the Pawan Kosuta. Okay, I can't remember how to say it in what's the word for it? See, I'm totally blank right now. But basically, it's the joint exercises where you start off with just your feet to the joints of your knees, to your shoulders and your hands, to even your eyes. Eyes exercise, I do it every day because I'm constantly in front of the computer, and I notice that my vision's a bit blur, also because we're always on our devices, right? So everything's short. Whatever we're seeing is all short vision. So it's good to actually practice those eye exercises, where it's basically you looking, let's just say you're placing your fingers, your thumbs together like this, and you're just moving the thumbs, and your eyes are the only thing that is moving. Okay. So up and down. Then there's one that goes, what do you call this? Is this no, it's not vertical. It's not horizontal. What do you call this? And then you
Diagonal.
do it, diagonally. Then one that goes round. Okay, I'm doing this really fast, but you're supposed to do it slowly. One that goes to your nose. Just stare for it for a while, like you're doing cross-eye. And another one right the center of your eyebrow. And just doing these simple eye exercises is also great. So for the friend who just asked about arthritis, that doesn't actually require you to, use your too much pressure on your joints per se. Boleh di luar sudah nanti ikut yang balik rumah. Okay, thanks Daphne. It gets stressed with some poses I can do, and my yoga instructor macam tak faham. I know, right? I know. I will start in England to play art. I will be teaching yoga part-time at Be Urban Wellness, and I was a little bit concerned when Ligek, who used to be my yoga instructor, she used to come here to teach me privately. Things got a little bit expensive. I was concerned that the students would be hoping for some really changi poses, like, they wanted me to teach how to do headstands or handstands and all these like baby crow and stuff like that, which I can do. It's just that I wouldn't be able to teach you yet because I'm not at that advanced level. And she said, no. Actually, on contrary, most of the students got turned off because some of the teachers started teaching them all these headstands and all these crazy poses without going to basic, and they actually injured themselves. So it's very, very important to be comfortable also with your yoga instructor and the studio that they do and the offerings. So it's okay to go for trial lessons to just get the feel of the person who's teaching as well as the studio, because really at the end of the day you need to be comfortable with the persons that you're doing. It's not about doing changi poses, although it is great if you do also challenge yourself on a day-to-day basis, trying to get your flexibility more flexible, or getting into poses that are a little bit more difficult, because it actually strengthens your clarity and gives you more focus when you're practicing. yeah, Susani, I gave up on yoga. You doing exercise and I watch you doing it. Oh my god, malas ni aku ni. It's fine. Sometimes, right, I go on all these like pop sugar fitness articles and videos and yoga videos, and I'm like watching, I'm eating. I'm like, oh, yeah, I can do that, and I'm like pretending. And hey, I'm a certified yoga instructor, and I get lazy sometimes. I've got a gym downstairs, and I don't go downstairs. Alasan je. But really, we can apply exercise every day. It's just mat exercises are the most easiest. So yeah, perhaps maybe I'll make this a daily thing. I'll just figure out how to do it, and maybe we can learn together. Seriously, okay, my husband just farted. I'm sorry, that's very rude of him, and he just asked, did anyone hear him? That's just gross. Alright, it's fine, Belinda, Bridget. You said you're half an hour late, that's fine. We actually started later because we didn't know how to, we had some technical errors, so we actually started around 8:20, so you're not too late. Okay, I think we are almost done. Wish I can join your yoga, what time weekend? Okay, I will do it during the weekend also. But please, yeah, what else, what other topics? I said this on my private live session the other day. One of the topics that I will definitely address is the fact that a lot of people have DM'd and personally messaged me to find out how I told my parents on my decision to convert. So that is something I definitely would like to talk to you about, hopefully with my husband. That's one topic that I want to talk about, because I think it's very important for you to know that at the end of the day, the decision is yours, but make sure the niyat, the decision that you made, is sincere and pure, and it is true to what you believe in. That's all I can say for now. I'm definitely going to be doing a topic on that because there's been a lot of requests. Some people have actually requested me to do a live makeup tutorial, which is really funny because I'm not a makeup artist. I actually learned how to do my makeup when I was a cabaret dancer, so that was like crazy heavy cabaret makeup, and on stage you don't really see all the flaws. So I'm still learning how to be a little bit more subtle when it comes to makeup, or not doing any makeup whatsoever. I actually wanted to do a simple tutorial on how to do the eyeliner with January, so maybe when she's back in Malaysia, now that we've got live streaming, I think it'll be much easier if, you know, either she comes here to the house and we can, yeah, we definitely have to come here, Jan, because your house has no Wi-Fi. And we can learn some simple tricks. So yes, what else would you like to talk about? Please leave your comments, and we are going to be, this is recorded live, and we are going to be uploading this. It's going to be made public, unlike the other one. B, would you like to come here, Papa? Come here. I did a bit of yoga with my husband, and the only yoga pose that he likes is the sleeping pose.
Okay, are we done?
Yes, I think we are done. So I'm going to say goodbye now. Thank you so much for watching. And it's been a pleasure being with you, just teaching you a few yoga poses. And hopefully we can do this again soon. Definitely on Malaysia Day, because I want to talk about bridging Malaysia together. Because there seems to be still a separation between Malaya and also Borneo. So namaste, and I'll see you around soon.